326 to win with 7 deliveries to spare. Hope carried his bat for 109, while Dominican Alec Anthony scored 66. Romario Shepherd also contributed an important cameo of 48 from 28 deliveries as the Windies reached 326 for 6 of 48.5 deliveries. The visitors had earlier been dismissed for 325. Harry Brook top scored with 71, while Zach Crawley added 48. For the Windies, seamers Romario Shepherd and Shane Thomas, along with the spinner Gudakesh Moti, took 2 wickets each. Now,
we had pretty much had the game in the balance, and like I said, if we had that over to finish the game, I always try to finish the game with 1 over to spare if you can, and I don't want to leave it up to anyone else, so the aim was just to finish off the back end there.
Performance like that against, yes, an inexperienced England team, but a team that really hit the West Indies, I think, in the mouth with a few punches at various times. And the way that they fought back, to me, was quite impressive. I mean, if you go back to the start, the way that Salt and Jacks got England off to a great start after winning the toss, they got to 184 balls. And then even when the West Indies were able to take some wickets, get the openers in quick succession, England still kept going hard. Harry Brook was brilliant with his half-century. And, you know, in 50-over cricket, you tend to say, after 30 overs, you multiply that score by 2, and that's where teams aim at. Well, after 30, so they're looking at over 350. So the fact that the West Indies, you know, restricted them to 325 on a pitch that I thought was really conducive for batting, even though, yes, it's spun, I thought that was really impressive. And I even think they can even be better at the back end of the innings because they conceded 51 runs. So all in all, I mean, Shai Hope was brilliant, that partnership with Shepherd, and I'm sure we'll get into it. But I think a really great way to start the series, not only for the team morale, but for the fans of the West Indies who deserve some success. I mean, I remember Jonathan Trott, who was the Afghanistan head coach at the World Cup, talking about the 1%ers, and he actually focuses on that more than the other facets of the game, and that is the extras, the fielding, and the running between the wickets specifically. I would add one to that, and then dot balls for the West Indies. I saw an improvement in the batting side of things. In terms of rotation of strike, I think by and large that was a big part because of Shai Hope's presence at the crease and his ability to rotate strike. But the relationship he has with guys like with guys like Sherman Hetmeyer, Romario Shepherd, the running between the wickets for me was really impressive yesterday. And I can see that there's been a clear intent to lessen the amount of dots that they face. In terms of the fielding, a few half chances, but I thought the ground fielding was relatively tight. And then towards the back end, the catching improved as the game went on. So I think with some inexperience, you're always going to get a few drops. You saw it from England's perspective as well, where there were a few extra runs given in the field to the West Indies. So I think, yeah, there's a few areas because the Zach Crawley drop could have been a lot more costly. He was dropped twice off the bowling of Yannick Carrier. So I think once they can rectify that going forward, we've seen all the raw materials that show the West Indies can win this series.
इंग्लैंड टूर ऑफ वेस्ट इंडीज़ पहला ओडीआई मैच संडे को वेस्ट इंडीज़ ने इंग्लैंड को 4 विकेट से हरा दिया। अथनाजे और होप ने बढ़िया पारी खेली। होप की सेंचुरी ने वेस्ट इंडीज़ को मैच जीतने की होप दी। सैम करन 98 रन्स दिए। इंग्लैंड की पूरी लाइनअप चेंज हो गई है। सिर्फ 4 वर्ल्ड कप के प्लेयर्स खिलाए हैं और 2 ओडीआई और 5 टी20 हैं। मुश्किल है इंग्लैंड के लिए, लेकिन मज़ा आएगा। आप सुन रहे थे स्पोर्ट्स मैक्स टीवी से मैच समरी। ऐसे ही वीडियोस के लिए हमारे स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़